Hello guys, today I am here to discuss one of the very important topics about inflation and what are the causes that is causing current inflation globally. So I would first like to talk about what inflation is. So inflation is an increase in the prices of goods and services over time, and inflation causes your buying power to erode. For example, if you can buy a packet of bread for let's say 15 rupees, the same packet of bread currently cost you around 40 rupees. So the prices of that particular good has increased, or the buying power that 15 rupees had, let's say 7 or 10 years back, is not there currently. So that's how different economies of the world face inflation, which erodes the buying power of the currency that for a particular country. So for example, if a pack of biscuits weighing 50 grams cost you about, let's say, uh, 50 grams cost you about 5 in the year 2021, and the same packet of biscuit now cost you 8 rupees in the year 2022, then it can be said there is an inflation. So it is basically when the unit of currency can buy less than usual, it can be said that the nation is going through inflation. And one example I would like to give is, if say fuel prices increases, the transportation becomes costly and increases the basic goods. Inflation not only have an impact on the earning individual because the buying power of the currency is getting eroded, it has a deep impact on the economy of a nation itself. So the loss of value of the currency increases the prices of the goods and services and affects the supply of goods and services. For example, you are earning 100 rupees, and out of 100 rupees, let's say you are spending around 20 or 30 rupees for buying food products, but that cost increases to, let's say, 45 or 50 rupees. So you have less disposable income to do other things because the prices of foods has increased. So that's how it affects a normal consumer or a normal individual. Moving to next, I would like to discuss what are the causes of current high inflation and why it is like that. The currently the world is facing a very high inflation. So one reason is the rising energy and petrol prices. So if you see on the graph right hand side, this is the graph of energy, oil, electricity, gas. If you see from, let's say, currently 2022, the graph is going vertically in the upward direction. That clearly shows that the prices of electricity, prices of fuel, energy, gas have all increased for a European customer. So this graph is mostly related to European Union, and the reason for increasing natural gas prices is because of the Ukraine war that happened, and European countries somehow stopped the supply of these particular energy fuels like natural gas, oil from Russia. So that is why the European consumer is suffering because of the disruption in the supply chain. Apart from that, there are also supply and demand mismatches. Since the pandemic, most of us have gotten used to seeing random items missing from store shelves, and many households are looking to purchase, for example, a vehicle. With demand remaining approximately the same, a decrease in the supply of new cars due to issues securing necessary parts. For example, there was a chip shortage in the semiconductor industry. There is a chip shortage which is causing a lot of crisis in different industries. And these supply and demand issues are causing inflation to rise because there are constraints on the supply side of particular raw materials that are difficult to procure. That is the reason also caused inflation in 2022, and we are also seeing some of its effect in 2023. Going ahead, one important point that I would like to discuss is trillions of dollars of stimulus that various governments across the world, from France to, let's say, Germany to United States to United Kingdom, all governments flooded the system with trillions of dollars to keep the global economy afloat during pandemic. So in United States alone, they spent something around $7 trillion. Similarly, if you see the French Prime Minister, 100 billion recovery plan, it is a news of around 2020, and they put a 100 billion recovery plan. And if so much amount of money is pumped into a system and the supply of the goods, the number of factories that are generating the output is limited. So for everything there is a limitation to the supply side, But on the demand side, you can pump as much money into the market by printing more and more currency and just hand it over to the uh, a customer, or let's say the people of the country. But that doesn't going to change the amount of supply that can be generated in a particular time. So more amount of demand chasing a limited amount of supply, that also became a cause of inflation. And this is why the stimulus that were given by different countries across the globe caused inflation as of now, and we are seeing its ripple effect. And this happened in 2020, but the effects are coming in 21, 22, and will be going forward. We might see around for 1 year at least. And also one of the important issues is the food inflation. So globally, the food prices are surging at the fastest pace ever in the war, because a lot of the products such as wheat, or let's say sunflower oil, comes from Ukraine and Russia. And because of the war that is currently going, there has been the war has basically wreaked havoc on supply chains in the crucial Black Sea. And because of this, there has been a supply chain disruptions from these areas, which is causing the food prices to rise in a particular baskets, let's say sunflower oil, or let's say wheat and cooking oil. So if you also see on the cost side also of the food, the prices are rising from 2020 to 2021. If you see, there is an upward trend that is happening. And also, I missed it, the global coronavirus stimulus package, that we can see different countries as a percentage of GDP, how much stimulus they gave. So Japan gave 21.1% of their GDP, United States 13% of their GDP. So you can understand, if their GDP is let's say 100 rupees for example, so they pumped 13 rupees into the system to keep the economy afloat. So that is all the things that are causing inflation. So